Good morning, everybody. This is Genita M, Medical Director, Light Medicine Ministries. Today, I start the 10-part series of the 10 root causes of disease. So the first and foremost one that gets all the other balls going, bouncing, is oxidative stress, okay? Now, I'm going to go deep here because it's so important that you understand how serious it is and how important it is to keep your body clean. That means drink the right water, eat the organic, purest food that you can find, biodynamic, heirloom, I mean the purest you can find. Don't settle for that USDA label if you don't have to. Search out which I am doing. I'm actually searching out heirloom foods as we speak for my ancient gut ancient consciousness project. So anyway, it's so important because oxidative stress, it steals electrons, it steals energy, it steals light from your body, okay? It robs healthy cells of their electron, imbalances the cells, and then those cells are free radicals now, and they run around stealing electrons, which causes cellular damage, cellular death, and tissue death, and organ death. And that's actually the impetus, early on in that stage is when you start getting symptomatic, okay? Fatigue is one of the first symptoms of oxidative stress. You should be popping every day. Popping every day. There's no reason at 80 not to be waking up with a click in your step, okay? Do not use age as an excuse. It's not. We're dying earlier and earlier and earlier. In fact, I'm going to get to that. So oxidative stress, in fact, when I used to do live blood cell analysis back in Costa Rica, really opened my eyes, because when you look at oxidative stress under the hood, like people with cancer, diabetes, all the things that, all the diseases that are downstream of oxidative stress, what happens is looking down on the cells, it should be perfectly round. You see this bottle, it looks like the old Pepsi-Cola bottle caps. That's literally oxidative stress, and you'll see that with the spike protein too. People, with the vaccines and that have long-term COVID, it looks like those bottle caps. That's oxidative stress eating into the myelin sheath of your cells, of the skin of your cells, okay? You can see it with your eyes. And then that oxidative stress gets into the cytoplasma area of the cell, the intracellular structures, and then bam, it gets to the DNA, and that's when you're in real trouble. Because here's what happens, all right? We are crystalline structures. We are crystals. The light of our DNA comes in, it expresses hydrogen, okay? Hydrogen has been around since the beginning of time. It is the electron carrier per hydrogen molecule, okay? And in fact, it's the hydrogen proton that's released in the mitochondria. Everybody thinks that it's oxygen and glucose that creates energy. No, it's not just oxygen and glucose. That's what they want you to think, because they don't want you to know how important it is to have hydrogen in your body. And it's being robbed from our produce, it's being robbed from our water. Everybody is hydrogen deficient unless they are mindfully intervening and purposely getting hydrogen into their system. Here's why it's so important. So, DNA expresses through the nucleus, and the first thing that happens, this is why breath is so important, because it starts that crystalline structure. Hydrogen binds with two water molecule oxygen in the water air that you breathe, from the air that you breathe, and it creates this like this 90-degree structure, okay? The oxygen molecules are 90 degrees apart from each other. Now, I wish I could show you a picture of what happens here, because as the light comes through, the beginning of my thumb is that crest right there, right? As it comes through, and this is the triangle, people, the trilogy. As it comes through, it comes out like this. Actually, it's across the way it comes into our atmosphere, right? The geomagnetic frequencies and Schumann frequencies causes this. So anyway, it comes through like this, and that 90-degree angle actually shines the light. The light wave actually expands as it moves outward. Well, internally in that expansion is where you get the chakras, so the beginning of repair and replication, your crystalline structure, all the hues of the light structure in there, and they start in the center here, in the center. They start, of course, white light, and then as the white light moves out, expands out, it goes through all of the chakras into red. Now, the fractal energy, which is where the Taurus system comes in, moves back in, and that's where the root chakra, brings back all, brings in all the elements, and is moving back toward the white light, okay? I know that goes deep, but it's the truth. We are crystalline structures. And there's that, and DNA has a strand that goes down and a strand that goes up because it's light, and it's that fractal energy that brings it back into the white light. So oxidative stress, if you have too much oxygen in the system and too little hydrogen, which, that's what's happening today, then oxygen gets in there, too many oxygen molecules, and steals the electron, the initial electron in that structure that's supposed to be sitting there, the hydrogen, within the hydrogen molecule, that's supposed to be sitting there waiting for just two to make water, okay? I hope I'm making sense because it's so important. In fact, I think I'm going to write an article so I can use the pictures. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write an article on this. It's so important. So oxidative stress, you want to be as clean as possible. You want to exercise. It's good to take antioxidants after you exercise. Dr. Mercola was one of the original pioneers in providing that education, and thank you, Dr. Mercola, for that. So it's good to do that because exercise is definitely good for you, but you can create a lot of free radicals. And it's good to quench them and provide some antioxidants, some electron donors. Antioxidants are electron donors. So oxidative stress, it begins the cascade of events that turn into first metabolic disorders and then disease. So you want to keep balance. In the old school days, the way I was taught by the doctors that I mentored with, there was two states. There was regeneration and degeneration. And you want to try and stay in homeostasis as much as possible. And to do that in this day and age, you have to be mindful about the water you drink. And people don't dismiss water. You're 80%, 90%, some people say. Water, the water you drink is imperative. It is the number one contributor to your health or your path to disease. You have to have electrolytes. This dead bottled water is ridiculous, and the fact that people drink distilled water that robs their bones of minerals, and we have to look at how we evolved on this planet and replenish our bodies with the original ancient structures, not these depleted, even monocropping, foods. Thin down the bacterial profile, reduces hydrogen production in the gut, which is, one of our biggest hydrogen machines between the what they call harmful bacteria, but it's only harmful when it gets out of control. So between the bacteria, gram positive, gram negative, we create hydrogen. And, so just understand, please start first. Every health regimen has the first thing you think of is purity, purity, purity. Pure water, reconstitute your water. There's many ways of doing that. In fact, I'm gonna put a clip on the website from Paul Harris about vortexing, spinning your water, put it in the PMF machine if you can, but get those electrolytes. I use, and everybody should be. I've been using it for 15 years. Himalayan brine to make 1,500 TDS, total dissolved solids, which is about what they know river water was. A good blend of the electrolytes in their positive and negative structures that entirely mimic the requirements, the blood plasma that matched ancient seawater, and it's the perfect balance of those electrolytes and ions that actually start building on that crystalline structure once the water is made from the oxygen and hydrogen in the nucleus. Okay, that's where it all begins, and then you need those ions in the water in your body. You need those ions because those are what start building, on that crystalline structure that happens to be you. So I know I went deep, but people got to start understanding this, how important it is. I plan to live to like 150 easy. It's just, it's aging is something. It's an illusion created by improper diet and the early decline of people's health. But it's an illusion. You have control. You can change that and live in the truth that we are crystalline structures with double the lifespan possible than what people believe. So go for it. Go for it. This is a beautiful opportunity to enjoy yourself and live a quality life and have fun and feel that vibrant spirit in you, you know? I don't know if there's rock and roll and good food in heaven. Well, there is, because I'm in it right now, right? Anyway, folks, that's oxidative stress. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about inflammation. My other pet peeve, which almost everybody has, and the 5 immune systems of our body and how they're suffering right now from inflammation, because it's epidemic now today. So tomorrow's inflammation. This is Genita Mason, Medical Director at Light Medicine Ministries. www.lightmedicineministries.com. If you want to reach us directly, it's retreats@lightmedicineministries.com, and our number is 877-285-9266. All right, drink the good water, reconstituted water. There's a video on Brighteon of me teaching you how to do that, to that formula I just shared. And exercise, get plenty of oxygen, stay away from poison, stay away from toxins that steal your energy, steal your life force, okay? All right, take care, people. Bye.